I'm gonna put it in the pan like that. So if you're looking for a simple, quick meal that's delicious, but can be done in no time, this is it. Hi, welcome back to my kitchen. So this evening, I'm going to be making a dish that is a staple in our home, linguine with garlic, oil, and anchovies, or as we call it, Aglio Olio. Okay, so I have a pot of water boiling. I have a bunch of garlic cloves, I don't know, maybe about 8 garlic cloves. You want to just peel them and slice them thin like this, okay? And I'm just going to quickly run my knife through this last one. And you're going to make little slices to do that, all right? So this can be prepped ahead, or if you have, I wouldn't recommend the jarred garlic, but if you have the pre-peeled garlic, that would work. And then I had fresh parsley, and I chopped up the parsley right here, okay? You could use dry parsley as well. You would need a good amount of it, not as much as the fresh, because obviously the flavor is more concentrated. And there are many times in a pinch that I make it with dried parsley, but I had the fresh parsley right here, all chopped up. I'm gonna take olive oil. It's a good amount of olive oil because it's part of the base, but you know, it depends on how much of this you're making. That's about right, about that much olive oil in the pan. I'm going to heat it medium. The water is starting to have a rolling boil, so we're gonna get ready to put the pasta in. But before I do that, what I'm going to do is I have the oil heating at 5. I don't want it too hot because I'm not trying to sear these and saute these so that they're caramelized. What I want to do is make a sauce out of this and have them softened. So I'm not going to wait for it to be scorching hot, but I'm going to put it in the pan like that, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly add, I have a jar of capers with brine and all, and I'm going to put it right in. What that's going to do is that's going to give a liquid, add liquid to it that's not oil, and it will stop that frying process, so to speak, even though it's still sizzling. The next ingredient, and I'm gonna now lower the temperature a little bit. Okay, and I pull it off for a second. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a can of anchovies. I'm gonna put the whole thing in. And the reason why I'm not cutting it up is because it's gonna disintegrate in the pan. So I don't need to worry about doing that right this second. And then I'm going to add some red crushed pepper right there. And I'm going to wait a minute or two for the parsley. And I have this down a little bit lower again so it doesn't burn. I have the pasta water ready. I'm putting some salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my pound of pasta in right here. And I'm going to let this start to cook. Okay, keep the lid off. Once the pasta's in the pot, you keep the lid off. Just push down the linguine. It's going to start to just push into the water as it starts to soften. As soon as the pasta gets in the water, it starts releasing the starch from the pasta, and it's becoming what we call pasta water. That is a great little addition to add to your dishes, to your sauces and whatnot when you need to get a little bit of starchiness to your sauce. Now you see here the anchovies. The anchovies are starting to just break up as you stir them. And now this is a nice rolling boil. I'm going to take some of my water, I have a little, and I'm going to add it to this. And this helps create the sauce. Now I'm going to add the parsley. This just simmers while the pasta is cooking. I'm going to let it continue to boil. And then the pasta will be done. And then we'll be ready to serve. The pasta is just about ready. I'm going to just double check it because you know it needs to be al dente, and your pasta is not ready until you know for sure. You taste that. Perfectly al dente. And I'm quickly putting it back in the pan, into the pot. Okay. Shut the burner. And we're going to pour this in. Look at that. I'm going to take some of this goodness. Okay, take a nice serving. Get the capers. Little flecks of red crushed pepper. As you see here, the garlic is nice and it's translucent. This is Pecorino Romano. You could use Parmigiano Reggiano if you want a nuttier, earthier tone. But this is a staple. This is a favorite. And this is linguine with garlic oil and anchovies, or as we call it, Aglio Olio, which is olive oil in Italian. And here, this is everything. It's got the salty element. It's got the just nice balance. It's a light sauce, and the cheese adds the garlic. It just all goes. It all goes. And can't wait for Phil to get home. He's gonna love this.
How do you pronounce it?
Aglio
I know
Olio.
how it tastes.
I know.
Oh, it's fantastic with the capers and the grated cheese on here. Oh my God. What can I say? Everything is great. What do we want to say? I haven't had a bad meal yet. Keep feeding me. I mean, it's fantastic.
All right, enjoy your dinner.
I love it. Here we go. Aglio. How do you say it?
Aglio Olio.
There you go. This is what it looks like at the end. Oh, the garlic. Very nice. Look at that.
There you go.
It's good stuff, baby.
Night.